how'd you know that? I beat myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, my hallucination. I used to see. Wake up and I found out, did it change up? Wait, did it change up? Is it light out? Yeah, did it find out? Better walk around the edge of the room in the bed with my arm on face around, better try to breathe. Face around, face around. I check the doors, check the windows and pull the blind. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't take maps, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts. I used to keep. I don't. That's maybe how you know that.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they too come in off the bye, so we should have two teams that are eager to get back at it.
And players are creatures of habit. You can bet they enjoyed the time off, but you know they're also ready to get right back into the swing of things.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the #1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Murray now going to do it himself, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jermaine Johnson able to record his 5th sack of the season. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Murray. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. It's taken to the 26. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Leading them out, their young quarterback, the rookie from LSU.
So no advantage in this game for either quarterback in terms of coming off that open week, huh?
Yeah, they both had buys.
Both had them, so you got to figure both of them went back, watched some extra tape, polished up their game, checked out their fundamentals. But they also both had an extra week to prepare for each other's defenses. This could be a whole lot of fun.
4 yards.
2nd down and 6 now.
2nd and 6.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go, Shaq.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he fires one incomplete. The Jets at 11-1 now on on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They'll start on the ground with Benson. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Jets offense, led by their wide receiver, headed out for their 2nd possession. As we hit the home stretch here, you can see he leads all NFL wideouts and touchdown grabs this season. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated, under pressure again, and down he goes again. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And that is no good. And they'll remain down by 2.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, If he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And down to the 29-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Intended for number 88.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Buda Baker there on the coverage.
Back to throw here. From the left side, it's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Cardinal offense takes back over. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Shotgun now from Murray. Going right back to Wilson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. When you talk about this Jets defense, they come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some saves.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action here on 1st down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Straight ahead is Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to extend their lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
3rd down and 6. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. But he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
Partner, I think this one won't arrive very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
He's got it. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. And this is going to be caught by Smith for a Jet touchdown. Darian Smith, his 11th touchdown on the year. And the Jets continue to pull away here this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Mozzie Smith in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Now back to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final game.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. The football going back over to Arizona now. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Benson. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Another run here with Benson. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Murray. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
It's 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on 3rd. Returnable here from the 38. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Jets offense and Breece Hall headed out onto the field. He's got a rushing touchdown in the game already as you check to see where he is ranked in rushing TDs coming into the weekend. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
Yeah, I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Short one here, caught by McBride. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Kyler going to give this to Benson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first.
First down. A gain of 12. And the Cardinal.
From the gun, Murray. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Murray now to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Jets 17-yard line.
Now Murray. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Mozzie Smith. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the third down. 3rd and 9 here. Murray going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
And his kick is good. And that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. And New York set to take the field. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Hall want to give up the middle. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On first down, right back to Hall. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on second and less than a yard. He'll drop to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Open man is the tight end, Mason Taylor. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion or would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Ball again. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 143 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 27-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Going for it all. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are an extra point away from going up by 30. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now he'll tuck this and run. Good coverage downfield, led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That's good for a Cardinals first down.
A give up the middle with Benson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A nice nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
It's a gain of 11. And the Cardinals first down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's another Cardinals first down.
Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On first down, it's Benson. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw is Murray. This will be caught at about the 6. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Throwing now is Murray. He'll try and do this himself. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Looking to put a drive together. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 162 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll go again with Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Incomplete.
You got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
That's another Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Cards are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Play action. Now it's Murray. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Murray now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Cardinals.
And now they'll fake the jet sweep, and here's Murray off play action. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Here's Murray. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Delivering the comebacker. Wilson's got it. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They're going for it. It's Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that fourth down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Murray. It's brought in by Wilson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Michael Wilson, 31 yards. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. That's caught. But he will not make it into the end zone. He stops short, and that might spell an end to their chances as this stays a 3-score game. And the Jets have got it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
It's 2nd and inches.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 41. So the ball changing hands on the interception. But meanwhile here, we do have an injury on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Jets are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. The this spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit. Had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 190 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Hall again. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
At the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
He'll look to throw. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. They'll give the Hall. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
That's another Jets. First down. First down and goal to go.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. They'll run with Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Cardinals' 2-yard line.
Reload! Go!
They'll try to run with Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? They'll try to run it here with Hall. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 24.
16. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's scooped up by the Jets. The draw, it's Hall. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the 20-yard line.
A handoff for Hall. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. Sly able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. To throw, it's Murray.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Murray now to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Now Murray. And he completes it to Wilson. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Murray now going to do it himself. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's a give to Hall. Man, 222 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put him in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Straight ahead is Hall. And good work there in open space. So he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
19 tight. Go.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. They'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.